Greetings. With the workbench full of CW, figured I'd move out to the dining room for a second, show off, do a little quick out-of-box preview of kit I won from Badgrendels' 1000th subscriber contest. Give you the large kit AMT X-wing fighter. Now, I've already taken the liberty of unwrapping it, but this thing was originally shrink wrapped. Although the box does show some wear, the box was shrink wrapped when I got it. This is the reissue of the classic kit that has actually been kicking around since 1979 in various forms. They've redone the instructions. Still fairly well defined steps. I don't like the fact that you don't put the landing gear in until after the wings are in place, but that's alright. We'll deal with that if I decide to use the landing gear at all. The decals, boy, do those bring back memories. That, compared to the fine molds set, is about as bare bones as you can get. And as many of you will remember, they're not terribly accurate either, especially these long red stripes on the sides. There's also a lot of markings that aren't on that set. But now for the chunky plastic goodness. Details fairly, it's a little soft on the panel lines, but they are engraved panel lines, which I didn't remember, to be honest. They've actually got, on the side of the fuselage, they've actually got the lines to run the whole striping down if you really wanted to. The join between the fuselage halves is not good. In fact, there's a nice step the whole length of the fuselage. Let's point the camera away. Can't really get it up with one hand, and I don't have my tripod out here with me. There we go. Close enough. Again, bottom of the fuselage has some decent detail, if not necessarily 100% accurate. One thing to lament on this kit, and also where it shows its age, is there is no detail in the landing gear bay at all. Literally, for the landing gear bay, if you were going to do it with the gear open, the landing gear struts go in those holes, and the landing gear doors to go on either side of the opening. A lot of the parts have held up fairly well over the years. I mean, you got your engine cans. The kit does need work to be made 100% accurate. And while mine may not ever wind up 100% accurate, I figured I'd take a stab at it with my current modeling skills, which is why I asked John for a shot at it when he had his contest. There is our poor R2 unit, or at least half of him. As you can see, the legs are nowhere near thick enough to actually be R2. He's actually done in two halves. Got your wingtip cannons with a nice ugly seam running right down the middle of them. One of the sadder parts of this kit is the pilot figure, who looks almost nothing like Luke, but with some work he can probably be made serviceable. A lot of the detail on the pieces is soft and or inaccurate. I may not try to accurize this 100%. One of the toy-like aspects of the kit comes in the form of the wings, which are actually designed to pivot around a center pin. They've got some okay detail on them. I wouldn't consider this thing film accurate by any stretch. In fact, most of the detail it's got is actually fairly soft. You've got your engine cans and your gun cans. There's actually quite a bit of plastic involved. Clear sprue. I don't know how well the camera's showing them, but there's some serious scratches along that canopy, even though it was packaged separately. And that's your front canopy, and there are your rear windows. Also on this sprue is the spar for the stand, which goes into a star-style base. Why they had that piece separate, I'll never know. Because the underside of the base does have each cell finished. I think they did it that way mostly to save sprue. All in all, this can still be built as a very, very presentable model. It will take work, and that's one of the reasons I wanted to tackle it now. The last one of these I built was probably 20, 30 years ago. No, 20 years ago. One last thing, since it decided it wanted to show itself, is the cockpit tub. There is no control stick, if I remember this kit correctly. It's got some dials on it, you know, very little in the way of actual detail. I may see what I can do about enlarging the fine mold sheet to the right scale to work with this, but we'll play that by ear. I want to say thanks to John, Grendels, Badgrendels, whatever you're going by, wherever you are. And thanks to your assistant, BB, for making my name the first one that was actually pulled out of the drawing hat. I look forward to building this, and I also look forward to sharing it with you.